When I moved to Skid Row in 2006, I didn't even have an email address. I didn't even know what the email was. And so that's pretty much where my community activism started from. It was just, I was just a word of mouth, you know, with boots on the ground, talk to people on a one-on-one basis. And so once I started accumulating all of these different energies and different stories, how do I transfer and share that information with those in positions of power?
So it's important because I wouldn't have even found the shelter if it hadn't been for the internet. I wouldn't even been able to find my way. I even got my ticket online to get to LA, to get to the shelter, to start, you know, to end this homeless cycle that I had fallen into. So without it, I don't think I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, I have online classes sometimes. I have online quizzes. I had a teacher who had me do online quizzes every week. And luckily my sister was paying the Wi-Fi at that moment, and I had good, speedy Wi-Fi. It's $60 a month. That's still a lot for my sister, who's also a college student.
I am that teacher that assigns online homework, even though I know my students don't have internet access. And even though I know that, I'm not going to hold them back because I, like many of you in here, know that they are the important ones. They're going to be your doctors. They're going to be cures of horrible diseases. My students need to do great things. And if I don't assign online homework or online assignments, I'm just holding them back.
But by creating digital toolkits, we're able to educate our communities and then have them to raise their voices and talk about the issues that are impacting them directly to decision makers using the internet. And it wouldn't be possible if they didn't have that access to be able to do that. Everyone can't afford to get to Washington, D.C., right, or to get downtown. You know, these are people who are working people, who are working jobs that don't give them, again, the flexibility or the access to be able to be on Capitol Hill, right, or at the state capitol in the middle of the day.
We don't have to be dependent on corporate structures. We create our own blogs, we create our own podcasts, we create our own media, and we create our own space when no one else is providing that for us. And we live in a society where, as people of color, as Muslim and as women, that space isn't provided for us. We frankly enjoy working outside of that system because we don't want to work in a commercialized capitalist system when it comes to giving our voice. We want to work in a revolutionary kind of a way where our voice isn't monetized.
So many of these fights around communications rights tend to happen in DC, far away from the communities most impacted. It is crucial for our communities to be able to be heard, to be able to tell our stories, and for the folks in DC to not make any decisions around policy without us.
Even if you don't have a permanent address, even if your address is in one of these tents, the power of broadband, the power of connectivity, the power of an openness of this internet ecosystem allows you to have an address, an identity, a way to stay connected.